What's up, family? This is your man, not your boy. Go black to Africa. All right, family. So you like my backdrop? You like my Garden of Eden I'm sitting in? Well, you know, beautiful scene and all. I figured I'd change up the little setting, you know, to make it a little bit more beautiful. Kind of makes me feel like Dr. Moonby. Yeah, you know how she has that beautiful backdrop and all. I'm not as pretty as she is, but I guarantee you this right here. This is a nice setting for a man. So anyway, let's get into it. How do you decide what country to visit to first, or what country you should decide you want to live in? Now, I have been to 9 African countries, okay? First and foremost, I was born in Africa. I was born up in Libya. And so I was just a little baby, so I put that as part of the 9, you know. But I have been to Senegal, Gambia, and Ghana on the west of Africa. And then I've been to Rwanda, Kenya, Tanzania, Ethiopia, and Egypt. And so that's 8 countries I have been to so far. And so this is only pertaining to the countries I've been to. What countries, in my opinion, should you visit to first? And I'm going to say, drum roll. I'm going to say Ghana. Why I'm going to say Ghana is because they have 2 of the dungeons there. They call them castles, but they're trying to change the name to dungeons. But 2 of the major dungeons that our African brothers and sisters were enslaved and taken over to the Atlantic Ocean. Now, we have so-called Gambia too, where Kunta Kinte was taken out of, so most people probably would know that. And then also in Senegal, they have the Gorée Island that I've been to, that touches on the enslavements that happened there. And those 2 countries, Gambia and Senegal, for the most part, those were holding areas until the ships can come and gather up and then continue on. But I'm going to say, in my opinion, Ghana. Now, in the Cape Coast area, Elmina area, you're going to find where you'll see there's a dungeon there. They have pretty good information, and they have a beautiful would you call those who would give you the history of what transpired years and years ago. And it really gives you a really close depiction of how things transpired back there. Very moving experience. I was also at a location where it was called The Last Bath. This is outside of not the dungeon. It's about 30 clicks, I guess you will, miles, what have you, if I'm correct, maybe a little further than that maybe, where this was the last point, and before you can get to the coastal lines where our brothers and sisters could take their last bath or drink of water out of this river. Check out my videos that I got when I did the video of of Ghana, and I think I show the last bath in that video, so check it out. Now, the other reason why I'm going to pick Ghana is because there are so many brothers and sisters, tens of thousands that are there already, that you really can get a good contacts there and to hear a lot of their stories. There are those who have been there 40 years. You know, there's been 20 years and 30 and all of that there. You got a plethora of expats that live there who has a tremendous amount of information on what's going on in the ground. Now, if you're ever over in the Elmina area, Cape Coast area, please check out One Africa, which is a resort on the beautiful ocean. They got a beautiful site there. And then they have next door called Maple's Table. And both of them are side by side. Both will accommodate you with a hotel to live in and also food and all that there. But there at both of those locations, there are functions at times, but there is a group of brothers and sisters who live out there that you can go visit. And they have a round table, Mabel's table, that you have some very wise people that sit around the table and have great conversations of those things that are happening there, as well as maybe some of the things that you need to be aware of even coming out of the country that you left. Check them out. I would like to say hello to all the brothers and sisters out there at the One Africa and Maples table. I don't want to mention names because then all of a sudden now I miss somebody. So they all know who's out there. Beautiful people. You can also go right there in Accra, it's the capital of the city, and there you will find many African Americans, people from the UK, people from Jamaica, people from some of the other islands there in Central America that are there, that you get connected with them, they're going to take care of you. Now, I can't speak for everybody, but there are those that you're going to have to do your homework and make sure you have good connections and all that right there. But time will present itself and tell the truth on each individual. The other reason why I choose Ghana is that Ghana has more of a tribal history when it comes to either it's the Madinka, or you have the Asante tribes, you have the God tribes, you have all kind of tribes, but they really give homage to their tribes. And you will be able to see a lot of functions and pride that they take in being affiliated with those different tribes and all. And so you get a taste of that when you're there. The other reason why I choose Ghana, now people are going to be upset at me because I'm picking Ghana for the first country you should visit, not to do away with any other African country, but I believe the first is because it's connecting the dots. It's you coming back and you are now wanting to find the rest of the story of what may have transpired there, leaving the continent. Now, there again, because it has a larger population of the diasporans that are there, it has two, I cannot remember the other castle that is, I think out near, it's more out near Pram or a little further south, I think it is, than where Accra, Pram is another little area, city. But anyway, you got to check it out for yourself. I cannot remember. I have not been there, but I've seen videos on it. But this is the reason why I am picking Ghana, because of the different experiences that you will have while you're there and the connections of people that are there because of the numbers that actually are residing there. Ghana also has an initiative of giving citizenships to those who have been there for a stint. I'm not sure exactly length of time. Also out there in the Cape Coast, Elmina area, there's an area called Abusu, I think it's Abusu or Besu, where they have given land for free if you so choose and want to take advantage of that. I think it's still $700 for the processing, the paperwork, they got to go ahead and scout the land, what have you, and all that there. But it's $700, and I think you can buy as much of the land that you want. So that right there is my pick for on the west of Africa, being the country that I believe one would have a great experience for the first time visiting because of the history. Now, somebody might ask, well, what if I don't want to go to the west, but I really want to go to the east of Africa, and I've heard so much of it. I want to go to the east out of the countries that I've been to. I haven't been to all of them, but I've been to 5. Drum roll, please. the country I would say, if you really want to go visit for a history, is Egypt. Hands down, Egypt. I would say that should be the second place that you visit in Africa. And because of the pure history of showing the dynasties and the how we as a people from the beginning of time started. I'm going to say because I went on a tour, for those who may be interested, and I think it's probably the best tour in my opinion. I haven't been to any other tours, but Kemet Tours, ran by Ezra Kwesi and his wife, Marion, does such an outstanding 2-week job in exposing from the top of Cairo all the way to the bottom, Simbel, I can't remember the name now, Abu Simbel, excuse me, Abu Simbel. That you see, you fly in, you get there in Cairo, you go see the pyramids that everybody around the world will go see, but they have it set up to where you will get outside of that area and start to head down the Nile. Beautiful cruise you'll go on. Then you will take another flight down to Abu Simbel, fly back to where we were, I think it was Aswan, and you stop through Luxor, we stopped through so many places. I don't even want to miss one area out, but check out my man Ezra Kwesi, Kemet Tours, I think it's .com or something, but you type his name in there, or the Kemet Tours, Kemet Tours, you are going to really appreciate what has been taken out of Egypt and have been turned to other countries. They've taken it, changed the names, flipped it, and took the credit of the magnificent things that we were founders and creators of. So that is a place that I would recommend to go and visit for the second visit. Now, let's get on to whether or not where you want to live. And I believe each of these are personal preferences, because I can't tell you where to live. I don't know you. I don't know your pockets. I don't know the weather climates. I don't know what type of living conditions. I don't know, what your lifestyle's like, what your accommodations you're looking for, and all that right there. I cannot. People ask me all the time, what places? What's the price of houses? Price of houses starts from the low to the high. Now, just get in where you fit in at. And these questions I cannot answer. But I will say this. The west of Africa, for the countries I've been to, and the east of Africa reminds me, if you did a flip, that the west of Africa reminds me more like a East Coast America, and the east of Africa reminds me more like a West Coast America. Now, why do I say that? I say that because West Coast of America has the beach line, beautiful beaches up and down, and it has a lot of major cities there in California, from San Diego all the way up to San Francisco, and it run you all the way up to Seattle, Washington, or even Washington. But the beautiful sea line of the east of Africa is, in my opinion, beautiful. Now, the west of Africa, for the 3 countries I've been to the beach, their beaches, they're nice, but they cannot compare to East Africa. And I'm talking the clear blue water, just the sand, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful, That's not taken away from West Africa. But the interesting thing is that You have to get up early in the morning to see the sunrise here on the east of Africa. And the west of Africa, you get to see the sunset. So whichever you like, or whichever you can get up in the morning to go watch the sunrise, or in the middle of the night or evening, watch the sunset. But I would say that both sides of the continent has its own flavor. Each one has its own way of doing business, its own languages, its tribes, its traditions, its culture. It has its own. And I appreciate each and every one of them. Now, I'm going to say this right here, so don't get mad. Don't get upset. If you want the flavor of feeling like you're more, now I'm only talking about the countries I've been into, more of a African tradition. You feel like Africa with the tribes and, you know, the dressings and stuff like that. You're going to find that over in Ghana. I find more of there's more African feel than a Western feel. On the west of Africa, it's more of an African feel. And because of the, Nairobi, Addis Ababa, Dar es Salaam, even in Cairo, these are bustling cities that people have become more. Now, I'm talking about around the city areas. You can get further away now and you're going to find more traditions. But you're going to find more of a Western dress, cooking culture, where I find over in Senegal, in Gambia, and in Ghana, you will still find traditional cookings. I can't speak on Gambia. I can't speak on Gambia, I'm sorry. But over in Senegal, in the capital, even in the Ghana, no matter where you go, you're gonna find traditional food. Now, I had a hard time when I was in Gambia to find out really their tradition, but I did not go out in the far lands anywhere. Even though I was in a village area, but I was staying with one that was from the West, and he took me to one of his family members, and they cooked me a traditional Gambian dinner. And so it was very delightful to have there. But you're gonna find more of that on the West, in my opinion, than you would here. So what does that mean, tradition? They don't have traditional food here on the East? Of course they do. They have traditional food here on the East, but I find it more of a staple food. Like, majority places you go here in Tanzania, where it's most of the locals and stuff, chicken and beef and fish, okay? And they have their little marsala flavors and seasonings, but as far as they got their ugali they're known for, it's to me it's like hard grits, but it's used just like fufu, kange, banku, it's used like that, you pinch off and you dip in your food. But here they'll have as far as the sides, I find that the sides are a little different, like, common more or less, not different, but common, the beans. You might have some greens, if you will. They call it like vegetable. I forget the actual traditional name here. When I was in Rwanda, theirs was more or less, tradition was rice, beans, potatoes, and plantains. Of course, Ethiopia has their traditional food, that they have, injera, and their different meat or their vegetables that they have that they eat with and stuff. Cairo had, I'm gonna have to say, because we were on the tour, we were fed some of the foods. We were on the boats and stuff. They had some traditional sides and stuff right there too as well, but not heavy like you would find over in the West Africa, the countries I've been to. So it's all what you are looking for. And for me, exploring, it's a beautiful thing to see the differences and yet find there are some similarities. And you're going to find that in most of the African countries, you're going to have Muslims and Christians as the dominant religions. And you will have some traditional spiritualities that exist in some of the other countries and stuff. But so that's all really where you will find in some of these African countries. So I say to you all, where should you visit and where should you live? It's really a personal, but in my opinion, this is what I've left for you. Got any other questions and all that right there? Do your research and look in my playlist, and you will find that I've got the playlist there. You can go ahead and find YouTubers from the Western world who are on the ground in those countries that you can possibly reach out to and connect with. With that, family, this is your man, not your boy. Go Black to Africa.